All right, we're getting ready to go live. Get this thing.
You will get an extra 15% off their already deeply discounted prices on everything in the store for tax season. This includes name brands such as Serta, Simmons Beauty Rest, Signature Design by Ashley Furniture, and Benchcraft 2. They have won the Commercial Appeals Memphis Most Best Mattress Store 3 years in a row. And they have
And good evening to everybody on all the social media sites, even Facebook Live. Once again, Instagram and YouTube TV channel. So, hell, let's get ready to do the damn thing. How y'all doing?
At 901-692-6200 or visit sleepyz's.com. Sleepy Z's by Michael Zellner, where you never wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yep.
Gospel on the Move presents Grammy-nominated gospel artist Marvin Sapp performing live in concert Thursday, March 29, 6 o'clock in the p.m. at the Omen Theater, 179 Lane Avenue, Jackson, Tennessee. Tickets available now.
Y'all ready for the show tonight? There goes my baby. What's going on, Miss Flowers? Detroit's in the house. What the hell wrong with this damn thing? Where's my notes?
Right there.
Turn it up a little bit, Miss Debbie. Stay and see. They don't get it right. Las Vegas, Buffalo. And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. And good Friday evening to you, and welcome again to Steal, the most controversial, the hardest hitting, the rawest, most provocative, non-filtered, not giving a damn whose toes I step on television talk show anywhere in the country. So glad to be here with you on this Friday night. And welcome again to all of you who watch me by way of Facebook Live. I'm out of Facebook jail. I don't know how damn long I'm gonna stay out. Okay, I don't know how long I'm going to stay out, but while I'm here, we're gonna take this ride together. Those of you who are on Instagram, those of you who are on the Thaddeus Matthews YouTube channel, and then those of you who go directly to the church site at Naked Truth LEM. It's a beautiful day. It's a great day to be alive. In fact, any day that you're able to walk on top of the ground and do not find yourself resting in it, then you know that you have the opportunity to take every negative in your life and turn those negatives into positives. Inviting you again tomorrow morning to all of our young ladies. Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, we not only talk the talk, we walk the walk. Our mentoring, our young ladies mentoring program will start tomorrow promptly at 10 o'clock. It's not too late for you to get your girls there on tomorrow morning. Our mentoring program to work with young girls from the ages of 12 to 21. We're located again, 3835 Raleigh Militant Road. The girls must complete an application, get the parents' signature if you're under the age 18 years of age. And mothers, we invite you to come on out and be a part of the mentoring. We've got to do something that is going to stay focused on the fact that our young girls, our young men need help. I couldn't get no men to work with the mentoring program for the boys, so damn. We just move on and we do what we have to do what we have to do. So glad to be here with you. This week, I have spent a lot of time dealing with rape, child molestation, incest, and not really as much on incest as I need to. Give me something to talk about a couple of days next week, and domestic abuse. We've talked about all of these things. One night we shared with you that it's not your fault. If you were molested, if some deviant, demonic individual forced you into intercourse and you didn't want it, and you've been carrying around the scars, it's not your fault. Then last night we dealt with healing. You've got to hurt before you heal. But tonight, you've been viciously raped. You've been traumatized and scarred. But you're trying to heal and move on with your life. So you meet this guy and you like him. Y'all go out to dinner a few times. You go to the movies. You go to the club. You may even go to the church. You like the guy. He's into you and you into him. You did some pecking. You ain't did no real tongue kissing, no tongue down the throat kissing, but you into him and he's into you. And now he wants to take the relationship one step further. He want to get freaky with you. He want to get nasty with you. He really want to get real intimate with you. He want to make good love to you from the top of your head to the tingling of your toes and every spot in betwixt and between. He's ready to do the nasty. And guess what? You want him too. You ready for it. But the moment that he touches you, you freeze up. You start to screaming and hollering, and you start to reliving the rape that you went through. Now, this guy doesn't know what's going on because you have not shared with him the experience that you endured in being raped. So tonight, I want to talk about the date after the rape. How do you move on sexually? You've been raped. It was a real dogmatic experience. Even as a child, you were raped by your brothers, your sister, your stepdaddy, and in some cases, even your real daddy. And you've tried you've matured and you're trying to go on with your life and you're ready to move on with your life, you want to experience real intimacy. But you keep reliving what you went through. How do you move on sexually? That's what we're going to be talking about on tonight. Let me give those of you who are coming in on social media the rules that we play by on the various social media pages. If your conversations on the various pages are not in tune with what we're talking about, then you will be blocked from the pages permanently. Here's somebody, Jerome, real preachers don't talk like I'm talking. Well, I guess they do. Real preachers do, because see, you've been dealing with them punk ass pastors. Them bitches in the pulpit. Them men in the pulpit that just want to consistently tell you about Peter, James, and John and what's going to happen when you get over yonder. Your pastor, probably, brother, you does not deal holistically and does not deal with the whole of man. And here's what I say to anybody that's on any of these social media: if you don't like what I say, get the hell off the page, brother. Okay, because I don't mind disagreement, but I will not tolerate disrespect. I will put your ass off the page and you will never be able to come back, no matter which one of the pages that you're on. This is a serious matter, and this is what your Sunday morning sermons need to be about. See, you holier than thou folk, you better than everybody else folk, you folk who think that your doo-doo don't stink, you folk who think that you just got you a spot reserved in glory, heaven, whatever you want to call it. You think you better than everybody else, and the only thing we need to talk about is when we get over yonder. When we get over yonder. Reality TV for you, just listen to the damn show. Don't worry about what's going on here. I got this. You holy folk are the reason that we find the world in the turmoil that is in. Because you are not fishing for fish that need to be caught. Y'all trying to keep on keeping up with the fish that's already supposedly on the grill. Yeah, you better understand. You better understand that God is looking for this new thing. He says in his word, he's going to raise up a new thing. And the reason that many of us are blind is because of the traditional madness and the traditional BS that's been going on in the church. And some of y'all get mad at me. Let me just go and get comfortable. Praise the Lord. Some of you are comfortable in your mind state of traditionalism. You've been doing the same thing in church 199 years and nobody's life is changing. You want to tell folk that it's going to be all right when we get to heaven. But what about right now? Jesus said, I am come, okay? I am come that ye may have life and have that life more abundantly. Your pastor is doing you an injustice. It's all he telling you about is Peter, James, John, them. They all dead. If all he wants to tell you is dead men tales and not telling you how to live your life right now, something's wrong. the woman that has been raped, the woman who has been molested, the woman who has been abused in a domestic relationship, she gets her ass kicked every Friday evening. Some woman is so nervous right now because she knows that her husband done got paid, he done got full of that oil, he gonna come in and there is a routine that he goes through, and he gonna hit you, he gonna hurt you, he gonna kick you, he gonna slap you, he's gonna verbally abuse you, and you too crazy to leave. So you just stay here with me, and if this is not holy enough for you, get your ass off the page. Turn your TV off. Okay? Turn your TV off so that we can keep on doing what we're doing. Dale, what did I do wrong on this tablet here? On the Facebook. Come get it and fix it. I don't know what happened to it. Okay. I don't know whether it's starting all over again or what. But there is some things that are going on in our communities that we must deal with. We must deal with. We have to deal with. King Richard gone, Doc. I don't give a damn about you. See, and y'all think I be playing. Okay? Let me share something with you tonight. We want to talk about the date after the rape. And those of you on Facebook Live, I'm using a different tablet than I normally use. And I ain't been on Facebook in 30 days, so I may have knocked y'all off. I got 3 tablets going on here on the page. Now, dating after the rape. Dating after the rape. You've been raped. You're a woman. A man has raped you. Man tore your clothes off. He ripped your panties off you. He penetrated himself into you. He rode and he swept you. And you didn't want him there. That's rape. Even if there is a relation, tell Miss Debbie there's a ring in this mic. Even if you are in a relationship and you tell the man no, you can bring it up a little bit, give me a little bit. If you say no, it's no. No man has the right to touch you if you do not want to be touched. But how do you move on with your life? We talked about it's not your fault. Okay, we've come to the realization it's not your fault. We talked about healing last night. Is it up on Facebook?
I'm changing now.
Okay. If you healing, what is the healing process? What is the healing process? You've forgiven yourself. You've determined that your perpetrator will not dominate your life. Okay, you made that decision. He will not dominate your life. You're going to move on with your life. You want to be happy in your life. You have met somebody else and you want to be intimate again, but here is the situation where when the pushing comes to the shove, you're fearful of the intimacy. When you attempt the intimacy, your mind goes back. So, pastor, how do we date after the rape? And some woman watching me tonight, you need this. See, trust is a difficult thing when you're a victim of rape. Trust. Because in your mind, I got it, trust in your mind is not something that is easily going to be accepted because of the mistrust that happened to you when someone raped you. It's hard to get the trust all over again. It's those of you on Facebook who are saying that you're frozen, refresh, because I'm looking at it and I'm looking just as cute as I can be. It's hard to regain the trust. It's hard to trust anyone, sometimes even yourself, especially if you have not forgiven yourself in the rape process. You keep going back and saying that, well, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Was it my fault? Even as a little child, something that you did, something that you said, and here you are, you've grown up into a mature young lady, and you really want yourself a boyfriend. And in fact, you hope someday to get a husband, and here you are in a situation with a man, but you can't get yourself into the act of intimacy because guess what? First of all, you never experienced intimacy because the rape is not intimate. I believe I did say that again. The rape is not intimate. That ain't intimate. The rape is vicious. It's cruel. It's somebody that is trying to control you. And that's, Frank, you gone. Yeah, you gone, Frank. Especially when you are a child. So here you are. You got your little boyfriend. You got you a man because, see, rape happens even to you as grown women. Y'all get the wrong man. You upset the man with your physical capacities. You got them big old breasts, you got them wide asses, and you've told him that he's good looking, and he takes that because you said that he's good looking, that you want to give him something. And let me say, I don't care how big your titties is. I don't care how wide your ass is. No man has the right to sexually abuse you. No man has that right. Whether it's your husband, whether it's your boyfriend, no man has the right to take it. You still, you think because, see, and here's something that has happened. You haven't told nobody what happened. Even though it happened to you as a child, as we've discussed here this week, many families will tell you, well, see, we're going to keep it in the family. Don't keep it in the family. Tell it. I don't give a damn if it's your granddaddy. I don't care if it's your biological daddy. If you are being sexually abused, you need to tell somebody. I told my mama, but my mama wouldn't believe me. My mama cared more about the man than she did about me. Somebody been there. There are thousands of you as women right now, you've been in situations with dogmatic men, demonic men, who abuse you, and you still suffer from the scars. You didn't tell nobody. You allow family members to tell you, don't tell nobody. Uncle Buddy gonna go to jail. That's why his no good ass belong in jail, under the jail. I don't want to get my uncle in trouble. He troubled you, baby. Quit caring more for folk than you care for yourself. How you gonna care more for someone who is victimizing you, traumatizing you, taking your virtue from you? How you gonna care more for him than you do for yourself? You get older and you really want to go on, but you ain't talked to nobody. Key one is you got to have a little talk with somebody. And can I share something with you? You got to talk to somebody besides Jesus. Lord, did I just make some church folk mad? You got to talk to somebody besides Jesus. Jesus sends us some folk to talk to us. He sends psychologists, psychiatrists to talk to us. Sometimes he just sends a friend. Quit letting church folk tell you that they can handle everything. Quit going to these preachers with these doctors and PhDs in front of their name, and they got it off the damn internet. They never had no psychological training. Darling, when you have been abused and you want to move on with your life, you got to talk to somebody that specializes in what you've been through. You got Reverend Dr. Pastor Jones, Bishop Potentate. We just gonna pray about it, daughter. Hush, hey, hey, yeah. Oh, but that ain't it, baby. You need to talk about what it is that's got you hurting on the inside. See somebody on here now says, 11 years ago, and I'm still scarred. It happens to anyone you know. Tell it. It happens to tell it. You got to tell it. You can't go to your pastor for everything. If here someone says I was a victim at 9 and 13. As the pastor of Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministry, I don't know nothing about it. I ain't had no training in no area. I can give you some advice, but you need somebody that can counsel you and dig into the deepest areas of your mind and your heart and talk to you about that issue. My job as a pastor is to recommend you to somebody that got more sense on this subject than me. Courtney here is asking me, Courtney Williams, and if I move away from what I got here on the paper, it's all right. What about family members that cover it up? The family member that covers it up is not covering up because they love you. The family member that's covering up is covering up to protect their name. You know,
we don't want to hurt the family name. I know Uncle Junebug did that to you, but you know Uncle Junebug, he the chairman of the Deacon Board down at the Ain't Nothing Going On Missionary Baptist Church. So you got to be careful in who you talk to. See, some preachers terribly upset because, see, there are some pastors that try to dominate what goes on in your life. You call me and you've been raped, I'm going to put you with some folk that you can talk to. We keep a psychologist. Is she a psychologist or a psychiatrist?
Psychologist.
She a who?
Psychologist.
Same thing. They deal with your mind.
Right.
We got somebody on call that we recommend to women. See, as a man, as a male pastor, there are some conversations I'm not supposed to have with you. That's one of the reasons at my church, in my office, when women come in my office, my doors stay open. Okay? Their office is the next office from mine. Okay? See, we don't get caught up. We're going to assist you and help you. But your pastor ain't always who you need to talk to. Your bishop ain't who you need to talk to. Because if you are real weak sexually, some pastors, not all of them, but some pastors will try to have you in your moment of weakness himself. You can't go and tell doctor, I ain't had no sex in a long time and I'm battling with this sexual demon. Then he gonna tell you, let me deliver that demon from you. No. And I don't give a damn what pastor is mad with what I'm saying. When you as a woman, you got some issues that are going in, you need to get yourself some professional help. Here's a lady on here saying, I was molested at age 8 by my mother's boyfriend. His mother asked if I was hurt and begged my mother not to get the police involved. I still suffer from the effects of that molestation 40 years later. Let me tell you, that demon still lays dormant in your mind and in your spirit. You wanted to save the raper, the rapist, but you wasn't concerned about the girl. It's a low down, dirty shame if you as a family member, and I don't move away from what my main text was, but it's all right. It's all in the same vein. If you as a family member, here's somebody else say, I've been dealing with it for 58 years now. It don't go away. You remember it like it was yesterday. Any family member that would tell a child, we just forget about it. Just forget about it. It's gonna be all right. You are no earthly damn good your damn self. Who gives a damn about your family name? You want to protect the man. He a big shot in the church. He ain't got God in him, because if he had God in him, if he had any relationship with God at all, he would not touch a child. He would not rape even a grown woman. But you want to sweep it under the rug. You want to sweep it under the rug. And then you wonder why some of these young girls act out. You wonder why some young girls have turned into lesbians. Because they don't want no man. They don't want to experience the hurt of a man. They remember the hurt of a man. And if they've got to have sex, they'd rather have a plastic dildo inserted in them than a real man's penis, because the real man with the penis, with the real penis, he destroyed your mind, he scarred you, he took away your innocence, and nobody came to the rescue. Nobody came to your rescue. So you grow up, it was my fault. I shouldn't have been at the house. That was mama's man. My mama deserved having some time to herself. Lady says here, let me pull your statement back down so I can read it. Me too. I think about being cross-examined by the defense attorney really made me feel worthless. I was called a liar so many times. I broke down screaming on the witness stand. This is a trauma that many of you are suffering from. And that's the reason I'm so glad that one of my members, Latricia Thomas, got with me, and I see Dr. Janetta McSwain on the page, on the Instagram page. She's coming in April 21st at Naked Truth from 2 until 4. We're having a symposium on rape, symposium on abuse and assault. Family members. Maybe I need to do a show before I leave next week going to California. Maybe I need to do a show where y'all can call in and expose your rapists. In fact, here's what I want y'all to do. You want to expose your rapists. I want you to email me with your name, and we will not give your name on the air when I call you. Your name, your telephone number, and your story. Mail it to Naked Truth Ministries at gmail.com. Put it up on which page you're on there.
Oh, Instagram. I got both.
Okay. That's a show I want to do. If I get 3 or 4, I'll do that one Monday night. So often I don't open these phone lines because I get folks that clown even on these serious issues. But if you will email me, whether you're in Memphis or whether you are in some other part of the country, if you want to talk about your perpetrator, your rapist, then I want you, and I need to take a commercial break, I want you to send me an email, nakedtruthministries@gmail.com, with your name, which we will not use your name on air unless you want me to use your name on air. I will call you on the air, let you expose. Because see, here's what happens. You let him get away. He got away, and guess what? He's raped somebody else. Who is this Jessica Holmes? Well, you going anywhere. Yeah. I want to do that show. I want to do that show. Maybe you've been raped by your pastor. Maybe you've been raped by a deacon. Maybe it was your daddy. Maybe it was your mama's boyfriend. And he's still walking the streets. He never got locked up for the offense that he committed against you. You want to expose him? I'll let you do the exposing Monday night. Send me your emails. Send me your emails. And if I got 2 minutes for Monday night, we'll do it Tuesday night too. It's time to deal with the hurt. Let me take a commercial message. As I shared last night, I will be out. This show will not be on TV on next, well, there'll be the show will be on, but it will not be live on Wednesday night and Thursday night. The little tape that somebody meant for bad back in December of me cussing went super viral. Over 12, 13 million people, and they're still talking about it. I've been interviewed back and forth across the country. But I was contacted by a show that I didn't even know existed, Tosh.0. It's on the Comedy Central station. It's a national show. I'm flying to Hollywood on Wednesday and shooting the show Thursday, getting back on a plane and coming back to Memphis. So I will not get into Memphis till late Thursday night. So this show will not be on Thursday night. But we're going to talk more about this rape thing. I'm going to take a commercial message, and then we're going to come back here on the most controversial television talk show on the planet, the Thaddeus Matthews Show. We'll be back. Miss Debbie, when you get to the church one about Dr. McSwain,
Yeah.
cut it up so the folk in here can hear it.
Okay.
I've been in Facebook jail. And hell, y'all know.
10% of everything
I might,
in the store,
ain't no telling how long
mattresses, furniture, and their
I stay out. Let me go back through and see if there's somebody I need to take off.
field station fuel kiosk too. That's right. You will get an extra 15% off their already deeply discounted prices on everything in the store for tax season. This includes name brands such as Serta, Simmons Beauty Rest,
Amina, you gone.
designed by Ashley Furniture and Benchcraft too. They have won the Commercial Field Memphis Most Best Mattress Store 3 years in a row, and they have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. So reward yourself this tax season with a new mattress.
Amina
and
is
furniture
gone.
from Sleepy Z's. Sleepy Z's is located.
Jared
at
Goldsmith, if you calling me an old fool,
Curry Winton Road
you
in
got to
Market,
go.
At the corner of Summer Avenue.
Jerry, you're talking to me. Was Jerry talking to me?
Hollywood Feed. If you have any questions, call the store directly at 901-692-6200.
I think he is, so
Or
You're
visit
gone.
sleepyz's.com. Sleepy Z's by Michael Zellner, where you never wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Edmund Ford Jr. has proven his commitment to public service by serving 3 terms as a Memphis City Councilman. As Councilman Edmund
I got
Ford
nothing to drink.
Jr. co-sponsored the South Memphis Revitalization Plan. He secured $1 million in CIP funds for the expansion and widening of 3rd Street. Supported and sponsored legislation
Franchise.
along with the
I got
city
this.
that's
I'll get
in the
on who I need to
process
get
of
on.
bringing over 5,500 jobs to District 9. Sponsored $500,000 in CIP funds to
Breezy.
restore the health loop. and
See, here's what I
buildings
need y'all to
adjacent
do.
the
Stay on the
Mitchell
subject. Y'all ain't gotta tell me what I need to talk
His
about.
inherited spirit of service has
Somebody
allowed
wanted me to talk about,
14-year educator in our school system
pastors
to
having
raise
babies in the church.
thousands for all
Baby, you give up your
St.
ass, he
High
didn't
School
rape you.
seniors to receive free
You just fucked for
access
free.
to college scholarships. Edmund Ford Jr. has a proven record of service. Conditions are too critical to elect someone who can only make us promises. Let the work and service continue by electing Edmund Ford Jr. to the County Commission, District Number 9. District 9 doesn't need a change, but the continuation of a public servant who has already made that change. Vote May 1st, Edmund Ford Jr., County Commission, District 9. Paid for by the committee to elect Edmund Ford Jr., J. Ashley Miller, Treasurer. I'm in M&K Men's Fashion, 4696 American Way, and I'm in my favorite room.
Well, good, Brother Howard in Northern California.
Shoes everywhere. This is your only location for men's fashion, along with the other location at 3619 Hickory Hill Road. Young men, young ladies, you getting ready for your prom. Well, M&K is the only place you need to go. They can customize everything for you. Young ladies, you've been worried about how that guy.
We're in commercial break.
Like you, he can blend in, he can be your twin. It's gonna be love on prom night. Just look at it. And you guys that really want to stand out at the prom, get your stuff customized. Yeah. Get the bling bling on her any way you want to look, you can look at it. And you fellas that like them little skinny pants, y'all can get them too. And boy, if you want a little bling on your feet at the prom, look at this. And for us guys who our prom days are far behind us, real leather shoes, they're normally $129. Hell, $99, the Teddy Bear Special. And you know, guys, I like to be sharp, and this is calling me and I'm cutting a commercial. Man, what you calling me for? Oh, you want to get sharp too? Then the place that you need to come is the M&K Men's Fashion. Yeah, man. Yeah, they got a special look. This suit right here that I'm looking at.
And Tate said they really need to take this man off social media because I know no pastor will want him preaching over there. The devil got this on. Bitch, bye. Bitch, fuck you. Okay? You deal with them punk ass pastors. Okay? And I ain't trying to be over nobody else's congregation. I got my own congregation. So I ain't trying to preach over nobody else's folk. But see, you one of them dumb ass women that don't want no motherfucking truth. So bitch, bye.
You can get sharp, man. This is the only place you need to come. Income tax season is here. Prom season is here. Man, if you really want to be sharp, come to the place that keeps me sharp. M&K Men's Fashion, 4696 American Way and 3719 Hickory Hill Road.
And Tate already gone.
Is now offering 100 full-color obituaries for $159. That's 100 full-color obituaries for $159. Contact us today at 901-825-5488. That's 901-825-5488.
Over here on Instagram, Jesse Pam's ass, you gone to shit.
Did you know that roughly about 400,000 babies will be born this year in the United States that become victims of child sexual abuse? So in honor of Child Abuse and Neglect Month and Sexual Assault, I want you to come join me, Dr. Janelle McSwain, at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministry. I think partnering together to grant every woman and man, boy and girl permission to speak
I've been
up
in
and
Facebook
speak
jail.
out against
Probably
this
go back in a few
brutal
days.
epidemic of child abuse and neglect. Because I truly believe behind every woman is her story. We all have one. So on April the 21st from 2 to 4 p.m.
You're on
I
YouTube.
want you to come out and join me as I share my own personal triumphant story of how I survived brutal, sexual, physical, mental, child abuse and neglect by my three uncles who raped me, beat me, choked me, tied me up in chairs. By my mother,
Candle 5,000 is gone.
I'll never be anything, who never hugged me and never told me she loved me a day in my life. Do you understand what I'm saying? How I came from GED to PhD. How I broke every generational cycle and curse in my own family. I want you to come out and hear how you too can love yourself, how I have to love myself, how you too can be anything that you want to be. I want you to understand how you too can rise above all your scars like I did. How I went from a welfare mother, from a single mother too, from a high school dropout, from stealing, from tricking, from selling drugs, from being on the corner, baby. Yes, you can do it. Failure is absolutely not an option. I will see you April 21st from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Come on out, baby, because it's going down. Failure is not an option.
Don't you dare miss this symposium on rape, assault, and abuse on Saturday, April the 21st from 2 until 4 p.m. at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, 3835 Ryan Milton Road. For more information, call area code 901-435-6161. That's area code 901-435-6161. Admission only $10.
No one cares more.
You bring it on down now.
228 citizens lost their lives last year, and public safety and economic growth are impossible.
Well, you got lots of accounts, then bitch, you're gonna have to use them because you're going from this one. What she said?
10 seconds.
I don't know how she think I'm gonna hear her counting.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show on this Friday night. I started talking about dating after the rape, but we done just got into so much on this rape issue, and I see so many of you women who are coming up on social media talking about your hurt and your pain. And I saw one lady who says that she's been holding on to it for 58 years. The email address, put it up on the Instagram there.
I'm doing it.
Naked Truth Ministries at gmail.com. Naked Truth Ministries at gmail.com. If you will send me your name and your telephone number, and we will make sure that I give you a call on Monday night. Lisa Brown, you go. See, any woman that I see playing on a subject like this, you still a bill of woman. Okay, you still a bill of woman. You've been raped in your past, and you feel as though it's okay. Or either you're one of those mothers that allowed your child to be raped for some dope, for some wangama thing. You cared more about getting screwed than you did about screwing up the life of your child. And many of you have not. When I look at some of the comments tonight, and those of you that's in the Memphis area,
you need to make sure that you mark it down for April the 21st at the church from 2 on to 4. That's average there. 2 to 4.
Yes, sir.
Come on in and share. There are many people who are battling this. Pastors, somebody said, son, my mom still tells me I hid it. Stop hiding it. Stop caring about the opinions of others. Sunday morning at Naked Truth, at 10 o'clock, that's when our morning worship starts, and hope I can stay on Facebook past Sunday. My message Sunday morning, I'm going to talk about a woman in the Bible by the name of Tamar. Tamar was raped by her brother, and David, y'all know David. The family tried to hide it. Sunday morning's message is going to be entitled Abuse at the House. Those of you around the country, you make sure you catch the message on one of the social media pages. We will be doing Facebook Live if I'm still out of Facebook jail. But we want to talk about abuse at the house. I'm hearing and I'm seeing posts by so many women who you were abused at the house and abused at the house and abused at the house. Some of you as women, you went from one deviant family member to another. Your uncles raped you. Your brothers raped you. Your dad raped you. Your mama's boyfriend, he raped you too. You remember not wanting to go to sleep because that demonic individual, and those of you on Instagram, you're about to time out, you only go an hour, and then just come right back. Those of you on Instagram, you got about 1 minute and 45 seconds. You can remember. Can you remember? Yes, you remember. Going and laying down in the bed. You tried to put on extra clothing. Jacqueline Thomas, I think you need to go to. You were scared to go to bed, or you put on extra layers of clothing. Anybody been there? Because you knew that mama's boyfriend, mama's husband, your daddy, your uncle would come into the room and he was going to slob all over you. He was going to run his hands inside of your panties. He was going to squeeze on your breast. He was going to try to kiss you as though you were a woman. Some of you right now, you can still feel his hot breath in your face. you can remember him opening up his pants, exposing himself to you, forcing you as a child to do all types of old nasty things to him. Some of you as older women now can remember him trying to place his penis in your mouth. You can even remember as a child, this man placing his head between your legs. You remember crying out to your mama, and your mama act as though she didn't hear you. You went and told your mama, Mr. Junebug, he touched me. Oh, girl, you don't know what you don't know what you're talking about. Go on back in the room. But mama, mama, he tried to kiss me. He tried to put his thing in me. Girl, don't talk about Mr. Pookie like that. Go on now. Go on back, go outdoors and play. Then your mama looks at Mr. Pookie. Pookie, I know you didn't do that to that baby. Girl, that child lying. You know I wouldn't hurt that baby. You know I wouldn't do anything to hurt that baby. I love that baby like I love you. I know you do. I don't know what's wrong with her. Courtney says I've lived a lot in my 27 years. And guess what? Until you release it, until you get yourself some real help, until you talk to somebody about it, you ain't gonna be no good for another man. Here's a mistake. Corey Hill, this ain't church. And if you're looking for church, take your ass on to the I'm sure there's probably 50 on the same street that you live in. This is ministering here. This is what real church is all about. Y'all go to them other kind of places. You ain't gonna be no good. You ain't gonna be no good for a man. Look, let me tell you something. Some man here say, I need to die. Are you a rapist, sir? Have I exposed you? Have I made you uncomfortable? Job Blow or Joe Blow Streeter, have I made you uncomfortable? Have I pulled the rug from up under you? Have I pulled the covers off you? See a man, when I see a man getting offended, take it so you can get off my screen. Okay? When I see a man getting offended by this,